Here I am again. I promised you I'd be back to tell you a little bit of my story. No names are changed because I am not innocent. 4 years ago, I was living comfortably with someone else in their home. I took care of the food, the automotive expenses, insurance, house cleaning, caregiving, stuff like that. And I was in charge of entertainment and eating out. A little over 3 years ago, my situation had changed. My income was cut sharply, and it was down to about part-time, and I realized I was amassing a pretty large credit card debt. Until this eureka moment, I had told myself, well, I can pay that off in about 1 or 2 years with some sacrifice and some frugality. But hope springs eternal for those of us who are not aware of the numbers and what's going on. Then 2 years ago, my living situation changed again dramatically, and I moved. Thankfully, I found housing in a low-cost senior government subsidized place, and I was able to move in. It was such a blessing. There's laundry here, there's laundry facilities here. We don't have to pay for them. I mean, this is a huge blessing to be here. But boy, oh boy, my credit card debt was ginormous. I could barely make the minimum payments after my rent, and that left less than $100 or $200 for me for the entire month. That was car expenses, food, medical, anything. Is anybody with me still here? Because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that had a eureka moment and all of a sudden found themselves in a panicked thing. I mean, I could barely make those minimum payments, and that just felt pretty hopeless. That's what I did. I spent several days, maybe longer, feeling hopeless, despair. I panicked, whatever, you name it. I prayed, I cried, I ate, I scrolled on Amazon, stuff I shouldn't have done. And, my debts did not magically disappear. I was stuck with them. That was my reality. Here I was in a mess of my own making. Although I was able to find a small job, I then broke my ankle, and then I broke my arm. Well, I broke them together. And then I broke another bone, and you get the picture, I'm sure. So now I'm limited physically. I'm not really able to have another job, but I'm still sitting in a mess, and was my reality. About 2 years ago, that was my reality. This is the beginning of my story for you, but I am not just the beginning of my story. About 2 years have gone by, and I'm actually quite excited about what's going on with my finances. I'm not out of debt. It's hard. There's a lot of saying no, but I see light. I see light, and I have hope. And that's what I want to impart to you. That's why I'm making this channel, because there is hope. It's hard work, but we'll get there. I'm numbering these videos so that you can go in order. The next video that I make, number 3, will have something specifically for you to do to begin this process, to start to get yourself together. But one thing that you can do today and for the next week is when you're in the car and you go by a place that you're tempted to stop, maybe to browse in the thrift store or go into a store and look or drive through, have a coffee or have a bite to eat or something. If you can just tell yourself, no, I think I won't spend that money, or not now, I'm going to hold that off today. If you can do that, that will actually start to rewire your brain to have more self-control. Even if you're just going like to the doctor or to pick the kids up from school, or to even if you just think about it, you're sitting in your chair and you think, you see a commercial on TV, you say, oh, that Taco Bell looks good. Just say to yourself, I'm not going to spend the money on that. Just say it out loud, and that will start to rewire your brain, because every time you have a thought, it makes a path through your brain. So the more you make that path say, no, I don't think I will. No, I'm not going to spend that money. The stronger your self-discipline muscles get, so to speak. So let's remember our words, self-control and self-discipline. And I will see you in video number 3. Well, I won't see you. I'll see myself on the screen, but you know what I mean. And thank you for your support. I appreciate your thumbs up. I appreciate all your comments, and I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel already. Thanks. Bye-bye.